Hello, I thought I'd show you how to print your different layers or your different sizes in your sewing pattern once you've downloaded them. And because every pattern has multiple sizes in it, and you might not want to print all sizes. So I'm just at the home page here in the hub, and I'll scroll down and I'll demonstrate this with the camp collar shirt. So I'll press access here, and that'll bring up the sewing patterns for the shirts in the sizes that you own. Of course, I can see them all. So I'm going to scroll down and go to the men's, and I'm going to download the A4 and letter size. So we'll click download, and that brings up the zip file, and you can see there's A4 and there's letter. So we're going to download that and save it to my computer. I'm just going to put it on my desktop here. I'll press save. Now I'm just going to double click that file, and it has opened the zip file, and if I click on that folder, opened folder, you can now see that there is both the A4 and the letter. So I'm going to open up the A4 because that's my paper size in my printer. Double click that. And now we are in our Adobe software, and you can see that there are multiple sizes in this file. So from small through to 2XL. And you can see each of the sizes has a different color and has a different line type. So you can print these in color or black and white. I always find it easier to print them in color. That's of course a little bit more expensive, but particularly when you've got lots of overlapping lines, it makes it much easier to work out where you are and what you're cutting out. So, but if you don't want to print all the sizes, you know that you're only ever going to use the 2XL, for example, then I just want to print off the 2XL. And these are all the layers that you have in the pattern. And the way to find it is over on this little icon here, which is two pieces, looks like papers layered on top of each other. So we'll click on that, and we can see all the layers that are now available in this pattern. So you can turn any of them on or off. So if you don't want to print or sew the loop in the shirt, you can turn that off and it won't print out. And the same for the pocket. We'll leave those on for the moment. As I click each of these layers, you'll see the lines disappear on the page. So I'm going to press small. You'll see that's disappeared. Medium, large, extra large. And so now all I've got on the pattern is my line for my 2XL. And of course, I've also got the pattern pieces information on separate layers, so you can turn those off. And then the grid and the legend. So you'll always want to leave those two on so you can see what pages you are putting together, and the grid to make sure that you are printing it at the right size. Okay, so that is how you turn your layers on and off in your PDF.